I could be wrong, but by the end of this song, I'll be loving you. Baby, you light up the night, your body's so out of sight, the things I wanna do, so give me the beat. Let me be real, what I'm feeling, words can't describe. I'm losing my mind until I get inside. I see the danger in those eyes, your temperature's rising, rising up. Bang, bang, knocking at your door, won't you let me in?
Well, when I first learned I could sing, it was actually, we was watching the Temptations movie, and they were doing that song, Oh Mother. And Eddie Kendricks did his part, you know what I mean? And I could swear to God that I was Eddie Kendricks all growing up. You can tell me I was Eddie Kendricks. I would sing just like him, and so, you know, my mother was like, hey, you sound pretty good. And I kind of just went from there. I remember having a, what is it called? The 8-track cassette player. And so I would record myself singing on there and listen back to it and be like, wow, that sounds pretty cool. And I would call my mother and father in the room and be like, hey, yo, listen to this, it's pretty cool, you know.
But if just for one more day, if time I could replay, by my side you'll be, if our love wasn't just a memory.
My mother would always play like Motown records. Motown, Diane Ross, David Ruffin, The Temptations, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. She'd clean the house, and you know, and I'm a legit. I was like 4 or 5 when I started really getting in tune with what I was hearing.
Something so special, how could I ignore the way she wears her symmetry? Mesmerized, she's something like I've never seen. A perfect picture, you and I as king and queen, baby. But I know she'll never notice me.
Actually, when I moved to Europe, like I grew up in the South, Georgia, and that's what. And I sing in the choir when I was younger, singing the church choir, and so that's where the soul originated. So moving to Europe for 4 years, I was surrounded by pop, surrounded by different guys in the army, different cats playing all kinds of music. Sometimes one of the boys would play something, I'd say, oh, what is that?
I'd give it all up for her. Take your hands and mold me.
And so it grew from there. Some of my favorite artists are Steely Dan. Well, that's a band. Steely Dan, Elton John, love Coldplay, The Fray. I love Babyface, Maxwell, Usher. I could go on and on. I mean, when it comes to my music, it's kind of like, it's different. I like to think it's different, you know, and that's the beauty of people. We all have, and artists, we all have our own different lanes we feel. I love all types of poetry. I love poetry, you know, and so I like to incorporate that into my music. My music is poetry. I'm telling stories. You know, I think that's what lasts, and that's what this industry is lacking.
The danger in those eyes, your temperature's rising, rising up. Bang, bang, knocking at your door, won't you let me in?